and welcome to this Fears and Phobias hypnotherapy session for transforming your fear of rats and mice. This session is designed to help your unconscious mind update the old response so that rats and mice are something that you can respond to with greater calm and a wider choice. Fear is often learned very quickly. Sometimes the mind joins together sudden movement, a startling moment, and a strong feeling. And then, from then on, every encounter reactivates that old feeling. The great thing is, the unconscious mind can learn a new way to approach this. It can separate the ideas of rats and mice from the unnecessary alarm and restore perspective and calm. Rats and mice are small creatures. They move quickly. They surprise us. They have a history of disease and uncleanliness. But it's possible to feel calm and in control. You don't have to love them. You don't have to think about having them as a pet. You simply get to become free from the old automatic fears. And you may have noticed that the feeling of fear is far larger than the animal. The imagination magnifies things, stretches them, distorts them, and can make the smallest movement seem much bigger than it really is. And today, your unconscious mind can begin to shrink that exaggerated response back down to size. You can begin to feel more composed, more steady, able to respond appropriately. A fire alarm that goes off when smoke's detected is effective, but the alarm that goes off when you're making toast can be exhausting. In this session, you can create distance within your mind, soften the old responses, and turn down the alarm to an acceptable level. And now you can begin to settle in a place where you can remain quiet and undisturbed for a while and just begin to make yourself comfortable. Now take a slow, comfortable breath in, and as you breathe out, just close your eyes. That's right. And just allow your attention to gently flow to your eyelids. And as you focus on your eyes, in a moment I'll ask you to relax the tiny muscles around them so completely that as long as you keep that relaxation there, the eyelids just won't want to work. So just begin now to relax the forehead, allowing the temples to let go of any tension. And begin to relax the tiny muscles around the eyes. Let the eyelids become soft and heavy, as if all the little strings that used to hold tension there have been cut loose. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out now, let those eyelids relax even more. Just allow them to relax so much that they just don't want to work. And when you know that you've relaxed them to the point that they just don't want to open, test them lightly and find that they remain comfortably closed. And that feels so good. And you can stop testing and take that relaxation and spread it out through the rest of your body, down through the face, into the jaw, into the shoulders, just allowing them to drop ever so slightly as any tension just melts away. And now take that relaxation and allow it to flow down your body, all the way down to the tips of the toes. A warm wave of relaxation moving through you. Every breath doubles that comfort. Every word and the space between the words helps you go deeper. In a moment, I'll count down from 5 to 1. And within each number, you can let your body relax twice as deeply, your mind becoming twice as calm. 5. Drifting down, your body feeling at ease. 4. Your mind loosening more and more. 3. The relaxation flowing deeper within. 2. Your mind becoming calm and quiet. And 1. Letting go. Just allowing your mind to let go of anything you don't need for now. Knowing that you can come back to any thoughts when you need them after the session. Your body and mind flowing to a place of total calm, absolute peace. And as you rest here, listening to my voice, floating and drifting, just imagine that you're standing at the top of a wide, beautiful staircase. 10 steps leading down into a peaceful garden. This is a garden of calm perspective, a place where everything appears as its right size at the right distance, with just the right level of importance. With each step down, the body relaxes more deeply, the mind quietens. 10. Stepping down, feeling supported. 9. The air around you is soft and cool. 8. Your shoulders are loose, your chest is calm. Your breathing is rhythmic and smooth. 7. The muscles of the back let go of any tightness. 6. Drifting deeper into a quiet confidence. 5. You're halfway down now. Maybe you notice a pleasant heaviness in the arms or legs. 4. your face smooth, your mind quiet and at ease. 3. Moving deeper, becoming calmer. 2. Almost there. And 1. Stepping into that garden. In this garden, the light is gentle. The ground is steady beneath your feet. There's trees, soft grass, perhaps a bench, a clear stream. Everything here has a way of reminding the nervous system how easy it is to settle, to let go of any tension, to be at peace. Nearby is a pond, perfectly still. The surface reflects reality clearly. And yet when the water is disturbed, the reflections are distorted. A tiny branch can look large, a shadow can seem like something else. And when the water settles, everything returns to its true shape. And inside your mind now, the emotional waters begin to settle. All unnecessary alarm can sink down like a stone to the bottom of the clear pond. The surface becomes smooth, the body calm, the mind clear. In this garden is a comfortable place where you can watch, learn, rehearse and change without ever having to feel overwhelmed. You're safe here. You're in control here. And your unconscious mind can begin to update the old fears gently, powerfully and permanently in a way that's just right for you. And as you rest in this calm garden of the mind, you can understand that fear is not an enemy. It's a protective part of your mind that learned too much too quickly and then kept repeating the same lesson long after it was needed. And now that same protective part can learn a better response. It can learn proportion, calm distance. It can learn that a rat or a mouse is small, separate, manageable. Now, you've seen how shadows can become huge on a wall when the light is in just the right position. A tiny object can cast a giant shape. And if a person only looked at the shadow, they might imagine that it was enormous. When they turn to see the real thing, they realize that it's much smaller than they imagined. And your unconscious mind can turn from the exaggerated shadow of mice and rats to their reality. Rats and mice are small animals. They're not giant monsters, not symbols of danger. They're simply small creatures that can be handled with an ordinary adult's judgment, with a practical calm. You can prefer not to be near them and still feel steady. You can dislike them and still remain composed. And you can keep your distance and your body will stay calm. Now, in front of you in this garden of perspective, imagine a screen, like a cinema screen or a television screen. You're seated comfortably away from it, and the image on that screen is small and far away. On that screen you can see the old fear, as if it belongs to a past version of you, a younger you, an earlier you. You can watch that old reaction from the outside. Notice how the body used to respond, how the imagination made things too big, too close, too intense. And now as you watch from this safe distance, let that old movie become black and white. Shrink it down. The sounds become faint. The picture moves further away and further and smaller until it's no larger than a postage stamp in the distance. And that's right. Your mind can learn to distance itself from that fear, from that imagined situation. Now imagine reaching out with a remote control and pressing a button marked Calm Perspective. Watch the old fear movie slow down, fade out, dissolve into a blank light. And just notice how good that feels. Now on the screen, a new scene begins. See yourself as you want to be, calm, composed and steady. Perhaps you're in a room, a street or some ordinary place. And at a distance, there's a thought or the image of a rat or a mouse. It may simply be a picture, it may be a small cartoon-like image. Perhaps it's behind glass, far away, contained, just imagined. And notice how the you on the screen remains calm. Your breathing is steady, the shoulders are loose, the eyes clear, thinking clearly and responding just right. And as you watch that calmer you can begin to learn from yourself. Notice the posture, the breathing, the calm expression, the sense of, I can handle this, I can stay calm, I can choose what to do. And you might hear that calmer you say, it's just a small animal. I'm safe. I can respond calmly. And that's good. Now let that image become brighter. Let the calm become stronger. Let that feeling of control spread through your own body now. I once knew a child who'd been afraid of every tiny sound in the walls. Each time they heard it, their mind created a whole big drama. The sound became a picture in their mind, and that became a feeling, and that feeling became a certainty. When I was told of this, I turned to the child and asked, when you hear a leaf move, do you fear the forest, or do you simply notice a leaf? And the child understood. They'd been confused by a small signal. It was creating a great danger. They learned to hear the sound as just that, a sound. Seeing movement as just movement. Thinking of a mouse as only a small animal. And the old fear began to fade. And when you stop feeding a fear with imagination, it becomes smaller. When you breathe calmly while thinking of that old trigger, your unconscious mind can learn something new. And as you relax in this deep state, allow the distant idea of a mouse or a rat to appear somewhere far away in the mind. Not close, not intense, just a small, distant idea. And as that idea appears, you relax your body even more. The hands soften, the jaw loosens, the stomach settles. Your legs can become comfortably heavy. And while that small, distant idea is there, your body remains calm. This is a new response, a better response, your response. A small image and your body is calm. The distant thought and your breathing is steady. A small, ordinary animal, and you respond in an ordinary way. And now let that idea fade away completely. Bring in that feeling of calm again, stronger than before. It's like a warm color filling the chest, the shoulders, the arms and the hands. And let that calm spread throughout your whole nervous system. Just imagine that old fear response like a knot in a rope. For a long time the rope was pulled tight, making the knot seem fixed. But now the rope loosens, the tension leaves. And as it does, the knot begins to open by itself, strand by strand, loop by loop, until it's simply a rope again, useful, flexible and free. That's how your mind unties the old fear. And in the future, if the thought of rats or mice appears, your unconscious mind can respond with a pause, a steady breath, a sense of distance and a practical choice. You can step away calmly, ask for assistance, remain still, and take the appropriate action. All the while staying calm. And now see yourself in the future responding with calm. In one moment someone mentions a mouse and you remain relaxed. In another you see a picture of a rat and you feel a calm distance. In another future scenario, there's a quick movement, and before the old response can rise, you pause, you breathe, and you see clearly. And as you do, you breathe steadily and you stay grounded. And every time you respond with calm, the old pattern weakens and the new behavior strengthens, like a path in the grass. The old path fades to nothing when it's no longer used, and the new path becomes easier each time you walk it. And your unconscious mind can now begin walking the new path automatically. A deep breath, a calm mind, a sensible choice. And you can feel proud of this change, not because you tried to force it, but because the deeper mind learned quietly, naturally, and easily. And now it's time to bring this session to a close. In a few moments, I'll count from 1 to 5. And when I reach 5, you'll open your eyes, feeling refreshed, clear, calm, and fully present. But before you return, allow the unconscious mind to gather up every useful suggestion, every image of calm, every rehearsal of confidence, and place it exactly where it needs to go. 1. Beginning to come back now, bringing back a calm perspective. 2. Feeling the energy gently returning to your body. 3. Becoming more aware of the room around you, the sounds, the temperature of the air. 4. Taking a deeper breath in, perhaps moving your fingers and toes, allowing your body to reawaken. And 5. Eyes open when you're ready, wide awake, refreshed, steady and calm. And as you return fully, you can bring with you the sense that something has shifted. Just a quiet inner knowing that the old exaggerated fear has begun to reduce and a calmer, more proportionate response has begun to take its place. And from this point forwards, whenever you encounter the thought or the possibility of rats or mice, some deeper part of your mind can automatically create a calm pause first. You pause, you breathe, and you make a choice. And in that pause, your body remembers this steady feeling. Your shoulders soften, your breathing settles, and your mind sees things at their true size. And you may find yourself responding in a practical, calm way before you even think about it. Each calm moment strengthens the next. Each steady breath teaches the body to respond with calm. And the more you notice these changes, the more natural they become. Thank you for joining me in this session today. You've given your unconscious mind the permission to update the old fear pattern and replace it with a calmer, more proportionate response. Allow these changes to continue in their own way, at their own pace, becoming stronger through everyday experience. And until next time, goodbye and good mental health.